Hi everybody, it's Rudy here, and today we are gonna analyze an Affliction LSD versus Destro LSP. It's a bit complicated matchup because as the enemy Warlock it's Destro, we cannot dispel the Immolate and they're gonna have a lot of damage and a lot of pressure. But what we are gonna do here is keeping the pet really defensive, really behind, even not playing with the pet, keep him in the starting room because they can one-shot the pet in a single Shadow Fury. And as you are Affliction, it's gonna be really easy to burst you down without the pet because you will not have Shadow Fury to stop the cast. You don't have the Abyssal protection that the Destro has. So you're a really good target as an Affliction for them. So you really want to put the pet really behind. But sometimes you need to min-max this, and sometimes it's good to bring the pet to boost down or to help your teammates, but then probably you're gonna lose time putting the pet behind, or probably it's gonna get killed, and you just play with your Feldom, and it's fine. Um, it's also very important to know that as you have the Druid, you have the advantage that you can get a clean the Tongues on you, so you're gonna have this increased casting time, dispel, but you should be spamming on the warlock always. Always you are facing a mirror. The enemy warlock should always be on with the Curse of Tongues. On the summon, it depends. When they are doing ghosts, it's really important, I think, to put the tongues so they have slower globals, slower everything. But mainly the win condition here is to get some pressure and to get some pressure on the paladin, okay? Because it's easier to kill a paladin than a druid. So you have to play that you have the UA, they have the dispel. So okay, you want to avoid them to get as much as sacred cleansing as possible. So you really need to playing the UA game, spamming UA on everyone. It's gonna be really hard because they are gonna use every interrupt on you probably to avoid the UA, and the paladin is gonna try to dispel every UA, okay, to avoid any kind of a full debuff on anyone. So it's not gonna be easy. It's really high recommended to play Unstable Affliction Glyph, I would say, in this season. Versus this matchup, it's really important. It's really good. And talking about the win condition, we were saying that we want pressure on the paladin, but how we accomplish this? Okay, UA Fear on the Shaman is gonna be really hard to get, but if you are able to get it, the paladin is a really bad spot because if he greedy dispel the UA, it's gonna be easy to get full lots on him in a route, um, coil after, pass after. So you really want to play with this. You really want to play also full CC on the warlock. You want to coordinate every kick, hex, clone on the warlock. On this game, we are not playing on boys with the druid, and we are not coordinating really well. So we are using at the same time counterspell, clone and hex. So it's not like the perfect game, but even though it's not perfect, you can manage to win. But it's really important to coordinate really well because you don't want to lose the hex on a clone. Uh, you really need to trade their cooldowns. If you can get the trinket of the shaman with a clone of the hex, is really good because they are depending on the trinket of the shaman to be able to be aggressive. Because if not, it's easy to get a double triple hole, and they need the trinket tremor. Okay, so just keep all these important things in mind, and let's go into the game. It's a slow game. You have to have good mental and keep because you're gonna get a lot of pressure. You want to get good mental and survive the pressure. Okay, just try to get UA on everyone, tongues on everyone, peel. It's the most important things. They are really clever here. They just improve counterspell into Shadow Fury into me to avoid the triple hole, but I just trinket Shadow Fury because it's a really good spot for get a hole and peel my team. Okay, so I missed the hole on the paladin, but I got the trinket of the shaman. That is really good. Okay, they really want to push with Shadow Fury, get us stacked and do a lot of pressure. But in that moment, it's really good for you to do a hole. Okay, it's your job as an affliction to get the hole there. So I trade my trinket for the trinket, I get the hole, and also I force the improved CS on me, and even the Shadow Fury maybe not in the best moment for their boost, just to avoid a hole. Okay, so this is a good trade, I would say. They are popping Bloodlust, they are using everything on the Shaman. We just trade with NS from the Druid and just spam tongues on everyone. Even though I get some corruption on the Paladin before, some people he just insta dispel, so you really need to get the UAs. Now I go back to put the pet behind, okay, because I put the pet at the start to get a counter spell because it was needed, but now we purge the Bloodlust. Uh, we are more or less fine. I just put the pet behind and keep going, spamming fear and peeling. His pet is always a really good target, but even if you kill the both pets, uh, it's gonna be really hard to push down the Destro. Okay, so it's not like the main target. As we commented, the main target is pressuring the Pala. You can really play the mana game. Also, if you try to purge every play. Hole again here. This is really good. As we commented, we want to get the fear with UA on the Shaman. If he greets the Dispel, he can get in a root, full dodge, his silence, he can get a coil after. He just trinket for the Dispel because it's the second hole they are getting together. Okay, so it's a bubble here. So they just every trinket, every bubble, they are in a really bad spot. Also, we are in a bad spot because we don't have trinkets on the Druid, not NS. But anyways, we are even, okay, with the start. Again, we put the pet behind and keep getting UAs on everyone. Here, they are trying to push down the Druid. They're using Aura Mastery, Hodge on the Druid. This is really hard for him. He has no Trinket, no NS. He has to just insta Barskin. But here, I don't have Hole to peel, which is a bit complicated then. But spam Tongues, spam Fear. Yasaman can off heal, can use Growing. He has Growing. He can use the knock. So we have tools to peel. Keeping pressure, getting a triple hole. In this moment, we were trying to coordinate to get the tremor, but we were not be able in the end. But it was a really good triple hole that if we were able to get it, it was GG for us because they had no bubble, no trinkets. But anyways, we missed this opportunity. So this is really bad because you have no defensive or offensive hole in this moment. Um, because you want to do like okay after the go, you want to do your go and so on, and we just completely miss our opportunity. So now they are probably gonna kill the pets. They are gonna be really offensive. We are gonna lose the lead of the game in this moment because of this missed hole. They get a full fear on the Shaman. I'm not able to get the dispel. Now they got a hole. They're gonna kill the pet. As we commented, this is really bad. Tonks on everyone. Fell them and put the pet behind, okay? And try to spam fear because they are gonna go really hard on the druid. Has no barskin. So okay, sees lava burst and spam fear. If you can get the shear on you, it's also really good for every interrupt you force on you. It's also really good for your healer. For the trinket of the warlock with the hex. And as we commented, just try to dot everyone to get pressure. It's gonna be really hard. As you see, it's completely really hard, but you really want to get dot on everyone, spam fear. If you force the counter spell on you is really good. Here we had the fear on the Shaman, but I got the counter spell. They had a lot of pressure. We were not able to push on the Paladin. He was able to cross the map. But then after we stabilized the game with this clone, uh, I push. Don't let him drink. I'm pushing. If you're really offensive on the Paladin, it can be a mana game. But in this season, it's gonna be a bit complicated because the Destro L has a lot of boost. It's really important in this positioning. Um, when you are away from your shaman, okay, it's complicated because you can get a fear that the fear path is gonna get you too far away from your team. You can get a hodge behind pillar, or you can get a slow. It's you can get also if the shaman is pushing and you're in this position. Okay, you can maybe get a fear on the warlock, on the paladin, that it's good, that the fear pathing is good. The shaman has to come back to tremor. Okay, it's like a greedy situation, okay? But I think you really need to push, and in this pillar you can really LOS every cast of the warlock if you are forcing them to use hots on you, to use shadow fury if they want to cast. So if you have trinket, it's like a safe thing to do. Okay, here I fake every interrupt. They were grouped for the whole, but with the improved CS of the warlock, I'm not able. They split, and okay. Then I'm in a bad spot because I went to the open for the whole. So they are seeing the opportunity. They are gonna hodge. They are gonna aura master. They're gonna try to push me down. But you have to recognize this thing, this threat, and just think it instantly. LOS the Chaos Bolt and not damage on you. Now is when this positioning gets a bit riskier because you don't have trinket. Okay, so you can only keep this positioning. Meanwhile, he don't have hots. Okay, this is what we were talking about. I was too pushed. My summon cannot tremor me and get a fear in a bad situation. But as we commented, they don't have hots. I have port. So in the moment I leave the fear, just instantly port. No pressure on me. Just trying to get this is what we wanted, as we commented. Joy fear on the shaman, force trinket, force dispel, and keep pressuring on the paladin. Don't forget to spam the tongues on every single target. One thing I didn't comment it, maybe you have noticed in this gameplay, that okay, your druid needs to LOS a lot, your shaman needs to LOS also, so they probably get a double shadow fury. You don't have you don't have the need of being in the pillar, LOSing everything when your teammates are at the pillar, so you can be a bit in the open field, so you can dot everyone and you can avoid that triple quadruple shadow fury. Okay, so you can be away, you can fear on the shadow fury, you can force maybe counter spell on you if because they can do like shadow fury counter spell on your shaman, so he cannot knock. So you are spamming fear on the shadow fury. They have to use shear, grounding, counter spell on you, whatever you take, because you are not in a bad spot. It's really good. Okay, this is a bad spot because someone gets full fear. The pet is far away. I'm not able to dispel, so they are able to push. Just this is a defensive hole, just to them to not instantly kill, but whatever. They get dispel, tremor, and they can really easy to kill the pets. As we commented, that's why we are leaving the pet behind all the game. This another fear on the Shaman. This is really bad. He has to trinket, and we are able to get some hex, some trinket, and treat some cooldowns. Now I'm going back to put the pet. This is the Feldon pet, so you really want this pet to survive. So put it behind, away from them, and going back to the tomb. They're trying to do a go. This is a really good hold for us. We are trying to go on the paladin because he just trinketed. So I was coiling, but we were not coordinating because we were not in voice. So it was a clone to the trinket, really good, but we just miscoordinated here, uh, and then we just swap to the summon. Whatever here, we really want to force bubble, okay, because he has bubble again. So we get it anyway. So this is good, even that we failed at that coil. We were able to do this go because we forced every single trinket beforehand. Okay, with the hex on the warlock, he was not able to peel. So you really want to do the hex on cooldown. You really want to rotate their cooldowns. It's really important here. It's the key point. Here I have no pet. I have no pet. I have no Feldom. This is a really bad spot. You need to coordinate with your Shaman, with your Druid. As LSD, you have a lot of tools to resummon your pet. Okay, this is a bad map. Okay, because it's like all stacked in the tomb. But you can get a good port. You can get a root port, and as the Druid can dispel the Tongues, in 5 seconds you are able to get the pet. Okay. Okay, here look the spot. They are all in the right side. I got knocked. I got Shadow Fury. The best stop they have is Shadow Fury because it's like in range, a cross pillar, whatever. Uh, Instantly trinket. We recognize this opportunity. Instant trinket. Go behind and resummon and call your partners to spam root, clone, whatever, because Locke has no Shadow Fury, no trinket. It's a good moment to try to get the pet. And we are able to get. Now we are back in the game. If we lose the pet for more than 1 minute, probably it's GG. Okay, he's innervating, so they are doing a lot of pressure on me. They are pushing. In this moment, it's a bit unlucky because I'm missing every single spell on the Shaman. And we stuck for a Shadow Fury. This is really bad. They are able to kill the pet again. But the Shaman trinketed. Pala has no trinket. So maybe it has no bubble, no trinkets. If we get a hole, we can keep the main goal, the main win condition that we have, that is killing the paladin or the shaman. Okay, they are going on me because okay, I have no pet. I'm really weak right now for the damage. So okay, they're going on me. I keep LOS, playing defensive, getting the triple hold that we commented, and I was thinking about getting the pet as you commented. I started casting, but then I say, it's really good moment to do a go. Okay, my partners have trinkets. Have triple hold, they have no trinket, the DPS, we can really CC them and try to push down the paladin. Coil, key trinket, then he's able to pass, and on the bus, because we have no DR, because we have Shadow Fury, so the bus is full duration as Affliction. Um, he's in a really bad spot, full dotted, and in a Drain Soul range of life. So it's a really complicated matchup, but you really need to coordinate with your teammates and know the win conditions. That it's okay. You need to know your pressure. That it's spamming fear UA on the Shaman, um, getting the double triple holes when they are playing offensive, and pressuring the Paladin. It's all about pressuring the Paladin to don't make feel them comfortable. Okay, and always try to peel a lot on their goals. You really want to keep Tongues on the Warlock. I repeated it a lot, but it's super important. You don't have Dispel for the Immolate. You really want to peel a lot the Warlock damage and also the fears because you don't have Dispel. You only have a single Tremor that it's so easy to kill for them. So your summon is gonna get full fears a lot of times, then they are gonna Shadow Fury you and insta kill the pet. Okay, so play super defensive, building up your key points, that is the UA fear on the summon, and pressuring every greedy dispel of the paladin. Okay, so I hope it was helpful for you and see you in the next video.